In our day and age, nearly everyone has a smartphone. It's a device that has become an integral part of everyday human society. Smartphones can store, send, and track information quickly and seamlessly, keeping people constantly connected. In the public sector, the use of smartphones to provide services more efficiently is a new, rising trend. Cities and municipalities have not only provided services online, but have created apps for residents and their employees with smartphones to use outside in the field to make performing tasks and requesting services easier. But what happens if an employee uses their own smartphone out in the field? Is that phone subject to public record if information transmitted through it is related to a particular subject or situation? If the jurisdiction issued the phone, are all communications sent through the device now government property? This quick presentation will look at what, if any, policies have been established by agencies regarding the use of smartphones in government. What are the benefits and disadvantages to establishing policies, and what are the future implications of this growing trend? In general, government-issued smartphones are under the same umbrella as office equipment. They are assumed to be used for government-related work only, though the gray area is often that an employee will, on occasion, use that equipment for activities not related to work. There's not a lot of information on adopted public policies regarding, specifically, the use of smartphones within a government capacity. The Code of Federal Regulations, under the section of Use of Government Resources, states that employees shall protect and conserve federal property and shall not use it for other than authorized activities, and that an employee has a duty to protect and conserve government property and shall not use such property or allow its use for other than authorized purposes. Under these general guidelines, a government-issued smartphone is government property and therefore should not be misused. But what if an agency does not issue smartphones to employees? Rather, employees are given a stipend every month to pay for the use of a personal smartphone for government-related correspondences and tasks. Would the use of the smartphone be subject to the Code of Federal Regulations? Furthermore, does the government have rights to government-related information? Meaning, if correspondences are sent and received related to a particular government-related issue or activity, is an employee's personal smartphone immediately confiscated should there be a records request? These types of questions are perfect examples of why it is important to have policies and regulations regarding the use of smartphones in government in place. The U.S. Department of Fish and Wildlife, in the year 2000, released a policy on the limited use of government equipment and telephone use, which allowed for employees to use government office equipment for limited personal purposes during non-duty times. The limited personal uses were still classified as authorized uses of government property pursuant to the Code of Federal Regulations. But there are a number of issues that can stem from an agency's lack of or weak established policies with the use of smartphones. Policies surrounding smartphones in government is still a new concept, but an easy target of liability. An effective solution option would be for an agency to incorporate policies within an information systems strategy plan that address and identify appropriate use of smartphones and to what extent information sent on a smartphone is open to investigation if necessary. An agency needs to reflect on its overall goals and policies for IT and find effective strategies surrounding smartphones that are consistent with those goals.